Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura. I am going to the used bookstore. I love going there and I want to treat myself. I don't want to go to Barnes & Noble because it's always expensive, and I have 4 books that I'm going to get rid of. So I'm going to share with you the 4 books that I have here, and then I will come back and share with you what I pick out from the store. I don't have much money, so I'm hoping to come out with 4 or less books, but I'm gonna give them 4. So anyway, there I will share with you what those 4 books are that I'm returning. Okay, the first book I have not read yet, but I found that I had 2 copies of it, so I'm going to get rid of The Commonwealth by Anne Patchett. I was putting this on my shelf and I was like, how come I have 2 copies? So I'm going to get rid of this one. And so I haven't read it yet. I don't know if it's a good book or not. I can't tell you. I'm sorry, but I'm getting rid of the second copy. The second book that I am getting rid of, if you watched my review, I did not like this book. I gave it 3 stars. I am not going to read it again. I am going to get rid of She's Come Undone by Wally Lamb. I don't know if I like his writing style. He is very not fond of women, so he puts women down a lot, and I just did not like this book, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay, the next book, you also know that I DNF'd this book, and I always give a book 2 tries before I get rid of my book. So this one, I DNF'd reading it, and then I took the audiobook out and I DNF'd the audiobook. This book is just not for me. I'm getting rid of it. I'm not going to attempt it again, and it is Gilead. This was part of my 50-50. It was just not for me. It was very slow. I didn't know what the heck was going on. And I know other people will really enjoy this, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Hopefully my kids don't have to read it and I have to buy it again, but yeah, I am getting rid of this one. And the last book that I am going to get rid of is an author that I really like, but I found out this one is a series, and this is like a way into the series. Like, I need to read book 1, so I'm getting rid of this one. It's a James Patterson, The Games. It's a private novel. I don't know what number it is, but it is not book 1, so I'm getting rid of it. So yeah, so that's that. So those are the 4 books that I'm going to get rid of today and give it to the used bookstore and get something else. And stay tuned. I will do a haul after this one. Okay, I'm back from the used bookstore. I had an $18 credit for the 4 books. I had some credit before, but I had $18 credit. I spent $17 and I came out with 8 books. Yep, yeah, I only wanted to buy 4, but I wound up getting 8 because they had buy 1 YA book hardcovered and you get the second one for free, so it's 2 books for $5, so I couldn't pass that up. So I'm going to share with you the 4 YA books that I picked up and then the 4 adult books that I picked up. So okay, the first YA book that I picked up is book 2 of a series, and book 1 I already own at home. So I got the second book, which my kids will be really surprised that I got. It's really pretty cover. It is this one, Shiny Broken Pieces. This is book 2 of Tiny Pretty Things. So I have book 1 at home. I have not read it yet, but this book was really pretty and hardly ever damaged, so I got this one. The second book is an author by. I have read this author before, and I found book 2 of the series. I don't think I own book 1, but I have read this author before. She's one of my favorites, and the book that I got is Time After Time, and the author's name is Tamara Island Stone. So I really, this one too was not very damaged, so I got this one. Okay, The next book that I got was just a cover by, actually I had this on my TBR, but I did not own the book. So I got The Last Boy and Girl in the World, and this is by Sabian Vivian, and is it the same one? No. Okay, so yeah, so I haven't read this one, but this book is also on my TBR, but I didn't own it yet, so I got that one. And the last book that I got in the YA section was this one, Falling into Places by Amy Zhang. This one was also on my TBR, but I did not own the book already, so I wound up getting this. So those are my YA books that I got today. Here's my YA. Okay, moving on to my adult books. The first book that I picked up was a book 2 of the series. I already read book 1 and I loved it, so I want to move on to this with this series. So yes, this book series has over 40 books, but I wanted to read book 2, so I got book 2, which is Glory in Death by J.D. Robe. I really enjoyed book 1, so I want to continue on, and now I have this one to read. And what I'm going to do about this is I'm going to read it and return it, and then get book 3 and read it and return it and get book 4. I think that's how I'm going to work it, because I don't need to own all the books. So yeah, so I'm going to read this one. Okay, moving on to 3 authors that I want to try that I have not read yet before, and I got 3 books that I want to try. The first one is a series, and the lady in the store said, "You haven't read that yet?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "This is amazing. You're gonna love the first 7 books." So I got book 1. I got Weekend Warriors by Fern Michaels. I have not read Fern Michaels yet. This is book 1 of a series, and I'm gonna try this one out. This was in romance, I think, section. I think it was in romance or contemporary romance. So yeah, so I picked this one up, and then I picked up this book 1 of a series, The Crossing Places by Ellie Griffiths. This is book 1 of a series. I have no idea what this one's about. I had a list of authors I want to try, new to me authors, and this was on the shelf, so I got this one. And this one was in the mystery section. So yeah, so that's that one. And the last book that I picked up was a fiction, regular fiction and adult fiction, and I picked up a new author to me. It's Jocelyn Jackson. I picked up The Girl Who Stopped Swimming. She has a few books out. I haven't tried her yet, and I thought this one, I liked the cover, and so I picked this one out. She has written The Gods in Alabama, but I haven't read any of her books yet, and I like to try her out and see if I like her or not. So those are the 4 books that I got that are adult. And I spent $17, used my 17 credit, so I came out with 8 books. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. It is humid and very hot. I'm putting the air conditioner on, so yeah, this video was hard to film. Happy summer, happy reading. I'll see you in another video. Bye.